the Charter Arms 38 Special Revolver. Most importantly to note, the front sight is higher than the back sight, which makes it very inaccurate. If you are proficient with this gun, you can hit at 20 feet self-defense, maybe further. Takes a lot of practice to do that, even do that. It is a double action, single action. In my experience, it is 100% reliable with good ammunition. The gun will always cycle. If it doesn't fire, it's the fault of the ammunition. This is a speed loader. I recommend having these if you have a revolver. Unless it's cold and you're wearing a jacket, you usually will not be able to comfortably integrate this into your carry. But around the house you want to have extra ones. I have this loaded with rat shot. It is my designated snake gun. With rat shot, it will hit at close range fairly easily. Anyone from the country knows that a long shotgun will do you little good in protecting you from a snake because it's not there when you need it. And if you ever return for the snake's not going to be there. So, that is a reason why if I could only have one gun, it would be a revolver. Either a 38 Special or a Magnum. If I could afford it, if it was in my budget and I could afford it, I would probably buy a 357 Magnum if that's the only gun I could have. Now this gun is comfortable to carry after you get used to it. It is heavy and bulky at first inside the waistband. It is comfortable to carry. It is the biggest comfortable to carry long-term gun, as I would put it. As far as width, 357 Magnum is about the same, it's just longer. Now, a 357 Magnum would be about as comfortable, it'd just be a bit heavier. Which of these rounds do you think is more powerful, the 9mm or the 38 Special? If you're like me, you guessed 9mm. But according to my research, 38 Special is a more powerful round. 9mm is a more powerful round, according to my research. But the 38 Special in a revolver can work with rat shot because gas pressure is not used to actuate the gas pressure, recoil, whatever, is not associated with the action of the gun. It is manually fired. It is a double action, single action. Works well both ways. You will get more accuracy firing it single action, as in cocking the hammer and pulling the trigger because the trigger pull will be lighter. My second carry gun is a Glock 26. It is bulkier and heavier, and it is not a comfortable carry gun. That being said, 9mm and 38 Special are very similar in ballistics, and they are both adequate for self-defense, assuming that a person isn't drugged up or drunk to the point where they can still function well after being shot. Or assuming that someone does not have the level of training where they can just keep on fighting after being mortally wounded. I think there are better home defense guns, but your carry gun, your predominant carry gun is what I would call your first responder. That's the one you have on you when things get bad. Now you can make your way to a better gun. A shotgun might be necessary if someone is drugged up and bullets don't seem to faze them. So if someone breaks into your house, they're on drugs. There was a war in which the U.S. soldiers had to resort to shotguns because the 30-06 rifles were not adequate. Like, they would hack to pieces the soldiers that fired upon them with 30-06 rifles. So they resorted to a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, which was very effective at taking out drugged up people. That being said, your first carry gun, your first responder will be your carry gun because that's the one you have closest to you when things get bad. Even in home defense situations, usually.